So why I stood for the role last year was quite simply, in about December, talk about elections started to come up, and I began to talk to a couple of my friends about it, and I started to realise that I had quite a few ideas how I change things within the union and the university, and that just sort of snowballed into, well, maybe I should actually just go for it instead of just sitting talking. I also recognised that I was coming up on graduation, and I hadn't really gave much back to the union as a whole. I'd been involved in some clubs and societies, but I felt I had more to give, and so I decided that the best way to do that would be to run for election. And without doubt, it's one of the best opportunities if you're in your final year and you're looking for something good to get your teeth into as you're leaving university. This would be a great opportunity. So this job is highly rewarding. You get so much out of it. You get to see behind the curtain, if it will, at the university. You get to see how decisions are made. Oftentimes, as students, we just see decisions being made around us and not with any input. But it's important when you're on as executive, you will see how decisions are made. Despite all the paperwork and committees you will have to sit on, it's just part and parcel of the job. It is highly rewarding. And if you wish to get involved with NUS, you do get to travel a lot. I've been to several places across the UK, and so if you want to get involved, the role is highly rewarding and you get to do a lot of travel. So without doubt, one of our biggest accomplishments this year was liaising with the postgrad counselling course and preventing that from getting suspended. The university wanted to put the course on hold, or suspension as they called it, for 2 years while they developed an undergrad and a new master's course. This was going to put several tens of people out of education for a couple of years. They didn't know where to go. A lot of them were getting really stressed and worried, but I managed to liaison with the principal, and we came to an amicable solution which has the backing of the vast majority of the students on the course, and that was without doubt biggest accomplishment that wasn't on my manifesto. Which was on my manifesto was exams before Christmas, and that was voted through at the Senate in November last year, and we're currently discussing exactly how that's going to look. Certain changes will have to be made to the first semester teaching time, etc., in order to accommodate exams for Christmas, but students have been asking for it for years and we finally got it done. At an external level, being able to stand up at NUS Scotland Zones in November and speak in favour of putting summer support for students as an election priority was without doubt another great accomplishment. The fact that it is now one of the election asks, as well as FE entitlement and mental health support, and being able to know that I was part of the group that made that happen is highly rewarding. You should run for this role if you're passionate about education. If you want to look after 22,000 students and make sure that their education is the best it can be, then you should consider running for this role. You should also consider running for this role if you want to be part of a team that will work together to accomplish everything that each of you set out to do. We love to help each other out. This is not an individual thing, this is a team thing. So if you want to be part of this team, join us and run for election. But also, you'll never get a better opportunity to develop social and personal development skills than in this job. And should you not be like me and take a sabbatical out from studying, when you go back, the research skills you will develop from this job will be indescribably helpful.